Hello everyone, welcome back to Vampire. So I just discovered that the last episode, for some reason, my computer decided that I was supposed to play in 1366 by 768. Which is why it was a little bit fuzzy, the graphics. Anyway, we're back to normal, and here we are. Do we look different? Are my eyes redder than they were? Ooh, is that a thing? Could be a thing, couldn't it? Alright, so I don't think we were in here last time. I think the game has brought us in here. Yeah, we were about to talk to the woman, weren't we, downstairs? So when you exit the game, it brings you back to your hub, your bedroom. Well, anyway, let us proceed with the proceedings.
Simpletons, these nurses, bred with no respect.
Is that so?
What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
Is that it?
Miss Jones, greetings. How do we feel?
Again? Waking a poor old woman in her sleep? There isn't a poor life needs saving somewhere?
Now, I need to ask you a few simple questions.
Well, if you really must.
If you could just tell me why you were admitted.
It's terrible, Doctor. What with a pain in my chest, coughing up blood, and I get awfully tired. Wouldn't be so bad if I hadn't lost my house and all.
I see.
No one comes to visit, you know. Not even my own flesh and blood.
Have you noticed any suspicious comings or goings?
It would be a great deal easier to make a list of things unsuspicious in this house of charlatans.
Come now, Miss Jones. Surely it's not that bad.
Have you no eyes? This hospital accepts all manner of souls, regardless of origin. The proper sick cannot heal. We're kept sickened by the refugees.
Everyone here is very capable. I have not seen any instances of unprofessionalism.
Thieves and murderers, the lot. People have gone missing here, you know. Poof, without a trace.
I'll come and visit you shortly. Good night, Miss Jones.
Alrighty, so we've got to speak to a few of the nurses.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Time has lost its effect on me, but the suffering continues.
So we're still level 1 mesmerizer. Mesmer. The origin of hypnosis, Anton Mesmer. What we call hypnosis today. That was one of them, wasn't it?
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, Nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett's. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Exhausting himself, refuses to stop working. So we've only got 2 hints left for him. And he's level 2. We can eat him soon.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Can't tell me you'd be talking to somebody who looks like that and not be concerned.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
As a
We're
nurse.
all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your... conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett's in our situation?
Perhaps you did it with the best intentions, Nurse Brannigan, but you took a great risk. Must I remind you that a man died?
You mean you've never made a mistake? Never covered your tracks? Come on, Doctor. I wasn't born yesterday.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
I like the look of this one, but I don't know enough about Dr. Tibbets to know whether or not he is a pure soul. You know what I mean? There could be more going on than meets the eye. His eyes, especially his eyes. Look at them.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
All right.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Milton cheats patients out of their money at this hospital, Pippa. Are you his accomplice?
Yes, I am.
Is this your definition of being useful? By abusing the sick and poor?
No. It is my definition.
We've read that one, haven't we?
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
We've got him. 2000 XP. I'm salivating at the thought.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
So she's got more to say.
Dr. Reed, I know that Pembroke will prevail and survive this epidemic.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Have you heard any talk of blackmail going on in the hospital?
If you're running some official inquiry, you had better question the patients. They know more than the staff, especially old Miss Jones.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical.
Something about him, isn't there? He's got a strange aura.
You may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn.
Get on his good
I'll be
side.
glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
What made...
I'm not ashamed.
It's all...
This epidemic...
Yeah, so you can only go down one road.
Do you need my medical attention, dear colleague?
You don't have to worry about me, Dr. Reed. I am here to assist you, not to be a burden.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiment.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time. You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True, true. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Voice acting is just absolutely perfect, isn't it?
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Wait, where was he again? Up here. We don't know his level, okay.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior, a man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
So we've picked up a new investigation. Citizen quest. Choose what to do with Dr. Tippets. Cover Dr. Tippets in exchange for his resignation. Could be access to more people to eat. Oh yeah, we've tried that one. That one's a bit tricky, isn't it? Don't know whether we want him to resign, though. Maybe we can get him to resign and then eat him afterwards. Okay, we'll get to that later. Is this the guy we were just talking about?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
I don't like his attitude. Alright, okay, alright. Well, you okay there, buddy? You started sleepwalking. Suffering from any mental difficulties as of late?
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
We'll level him up a bit. We'll get more out of him.
Have you heard talk of any blackmail here at the hospital?
No, nothing.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
I love the change in tonality in their voices. Like you put that pressure on them, and they kind of sink down into a different brainwave. You know, a different brain frequency.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick, unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
I'm all right. Considering the state of this place, I should consider myself lucky, I guess.
Tell me...
My wife...
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army. Building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
Oh, he's trying to pull on my heartstrings now.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is, I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
Alright, we'll let him live for now. It must be hard, right? You know, imagine you put yourself in the shoes where all the people around you in your life at the moment, they become a source of evolution for you. So, you know, you just weigh up the kind of people that you know in your life, the purity of what their blood might be, what kind of people they are, and you have this insatiable desire to drink them, to eat them, to consume them, knowing that when you do, you will evolve, you will grow stronger, so it will pay off. You know, it's not like a sort of, due to the influenza, this hospital can no longer take any patients. It's not like it's a pointless kind of cold-blooded urge that you have, you know, to just kill. You've become something that needs to feed, and when you do, you're rewarded by greater strength and power and evolution. Like it's a weird mindset to put yourself in. I think it would be very, very difficult to not kind of succumb to the urge. You know, it's like I could imagine my psychology becoming quite how to put it, tantalized by the thought. Okay, we can eavesdrop. If a citizen is behaving suspiciously, their heart will emit a distinctive glow. By looking at the citizen, you'll unlock a special interaction. Look for Dorothy Crane.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
She a spy?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
You ever seen the TV show Hannibal? Based off of, obviously, Hannibal Lecter, the movies, Silence of the Lambs and Hannibal and Red Dragon. Hannibal Lecter is obviously he's a serial killer. Pure psychopath. So it's all that combined with this, well, the immortality and the evolution of your consciousness, I guess. You know, not only are they tied to the need to eat and drink for their evolution, but also to not become weak, to not devolve. So it's not like they have a choice. I could imagine, you know, you could really struggle with it if you were still holding on to your humanity. Probably the best thing you could do would be to embrace it, right? Embrace the need to feed. If you've never seen the TV series Hannibal, by the way, I highly recommend it. Especially as it gets past the first, or later into the first series, and then onto the second one, third one. If you're kind of psychological individual, or you like psychology, highly, highly recommended.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
What man? What's going on here? Oh, there's a beast, isn't there? Alright, let's have a little look up here first then. Oh, here we go. Oh god, alright, there's a few of them. Let's go up here first then. There's some sort of human voice this way. This is the way out, is it? This is where we came in, right? My guess so far is, right, that these are some sort of vampiric creatures that have been infected with the virus. The whatever it is. The Spanish flu. Well, our XP's getting up there, isn't it? Two-handed weapon. I'm going to stick with one-handed. Who's that talking? Press the wrong button there. God, it'd be so hard, wouldn't it? You know, some of the people you meet in the world. Not to feed. I imagine it'd be very difficult. Citizen to save. Careful, the endangered citizen may not survive the next night. Oh, I see. Hello.
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay. I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
Mr. Thatcher, your friend Newton sent me to help you. Do you remember him?
Yes, I do.
Ah,
Good.
yeah.
Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do.
He's got a headache. Can't do anything with him yet. I could mesmerize him. We'll leave him so far. You rescued a citizen. He'll return to his district the following night. Investigation succeeded.
Are you sure you're all right, sir?
Yes.
Okay, so he's just going to stay there. Not sure if we have some kind of limit to our inventory, like we can only carry so much. It's quite a nice world, isn't it, so far? Like, it feels kind of small and enclosed, but that's London, you know, that's... Shit, what did I just do? That's these closed, kind of claustrophobic streets of London, certain parts of London. So there was more down there. Okay. Alright, we'll go back in. We'll go back in to finish the job. The blood of citizens is the fastest way to evolve. Why do I feel like we've got a little boss fight coming up? Oh, what the fuck is that?
What sort of creature is this?
I need to feed off that, don't I? That's something I need to eat it. Get up, man. Come on. Yes. Oh, he's strong. Oh, I'm reloading, am I? Shit. He's very strong. Damn. Get him. Yes. Come on, man. Shit. Yes. Oh, man. That was intense. I tell you what, right? For what the game is, you know, it gives off the impression and the feeling.
Here's what's left of him. Not a lot to check, but I should anyway.
That it's more of a, like, you get into the narrative kind of choices matter RPG story stuff, and then it throws you into that. It feels totally unexpected and out of the blue. Like, I mean, you know there's boss fights, but it's like such a coarse distinction, you know, between the two. It's like jumping off a cliff into a different environment. If you are sick, if you have no money, whoever you are, wherever you're from, come see Dorothea to get help. No tricks, no charges, no questions asked. Just find Darius Petrescu's house and present this coupon. Interesting.
Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
And what the fuck is this anyway? What is that thing? The Ban of the Dragon. Have we read this? When did I get that? Concerning the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, I would advise our members to be very wary about these so-called scholars. Yes, indeed, most of them are always affable and respectful whenever they approach us, but it would be quite unwise for a discreet circle like the Ascalon Club to foolishly speak about our goals, our members, or our tradition. I also would like to remind our fellow members that the Brotherhood itself is ancient enough to have some mysterious traditions. One of them, according to some informants, could be the ritual of the so-called Ban of the Dragon. It seems that in certain conditions, when the Brothers of St. Paul find a violent or bloodthirsty immortal, they call upon him this ban. What it is exactly, I don't know. Does it really exist? I don't know for sure either. But what I've established as facts, it is that whenever a hostile or vindictive vampire has threatened London, it disappeared without a trace after the Brotherhood pronounced a ban upon him. The loyal Fergal Bansher himself has never been foolish enough to openly provoke the Brotherhood. This is a lesson we must all remember. Never be considered a dragon by the Brotherhood. From the Law of Ascalon by Lord Redgrave, founder. How interesting. I'm looking for some sort of bestiary or, you know, bestiary. So we've done these two. There's no bestiaries there. Mr. Milton Hooks, you do look delicious. Delicious? Should we go and eat him? Should we do it? Should we just do it? We just had a big fight, you know, like... You could imagine that sort of encounter would make you very hungry or very thirsty, wouldn't it? Don't you think? I mean, look, we're eating rats, for God's sake. So we have to go to Whitechapel. I did enjoy that fight. It was tricky. Similar, like you get a lot of games like that, don't you, where you just got to learn the patterns of the boss. Souls-like. It's definitely got a Souls-like vibe. It's not hardcore Souls-like. It's not like, you know, literally Souls-like, but it's like a little bit of Souls-like. Souls kind of like. Shut up with your screaming, would you? Yummy. Call that an appetizer. Oh, bugger. Have I just run around in a circle? Have I just gone back down the same thing? Same place? Yeah. Is this a different way? No, it's... Is it? Yeah, it's the same way. I feel like we might end up getting keys for a lot of these places as we play through it. $2,000 XP, guys. How could you resist? Oh, we still can't get him though, can we? Mr. Milton, we still can't eat him. We're not level 2. Whoa, she's level 20, so you can eat other vampires. So, let's have a chat with her.
That was fast.
I'm afraid the trail of breadcrumbs leads beyond the hospital premises. I must leave for a time.
Is that so? Why?
Now it's time for you to be patient. It would seem that your blackmailer is part of a more complex machination whose root is in Whitechapel.
Machination? Do you suspect another immortal is involved?
I hadn't considered that eventuality.
Do be careful, my good doctor. When immortals are involved, the stakes tend to escalate quickly.
I'll return with case solved or carried on my shield.
So I got some of your responses about the question, you know, would you become a vampire? Would you turn? I have another question for you. If you could become immortal and live in the same body that you have now, as it is now, forever, would you? You wouldn't be a vampire, just an ordinary human, no extra sensory powers, nothing extra, just you. As you are now, with all of your capabilities as they are now, would you do it? Would you drink the elixir of eternal life and stay as you are now forever? I'm looking for someone to eat, by the way, in case you're wondering what I'm doing. So here's someone we haven't spoken to yet, but he's a doctor. He's probably going to be high level, isn't he? We need to find a sickly, frail, you know, person. Here we go. Hello, Harvey. I'm sorry, buddy. I tried to resist. I really wanted to give you time, you know.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Yeah. I'll take you to the operating room now. Come with me. I'm sure his kids will be fine. It's 1918. They'll be like 103 now or something. 104. I'm sure they live good lives. Harvey's... Is it Harvey? His sacrifice was not in vain. He will be sorely missed, I'm sure. So this is the operating room, Harvey. I'm just going to find a space for you. This looks pretty good. Okay, that'll do.
All I wanted was to go back to work. To take care of my children.
Don't worry about that now, buddy. It's pointless to even ruminate on such things. Go into the light. Let go. Yummy. Alright, so moving right along. I have to go very far away, don't I? Well, we do have... this is the difficult spot though, isn't it? The difficult place. I think maybe we should evolve before we do that. No one around? We do our magic vampire thing. Let's craft some stuff. So these are all like sellables, right? So it actually tells us there on the right number there how many we've got. We don't have a lot of those. We should break that one down. But it also has a high resale value. Maybe we find out how much it's worth. Mind you, we've got a few of these we can sell. Also. And can we upgrade any of these yet? Weapons upgrade. You can upgrade your weapon to a new level with the required ingredients. It will inflict more damage. You will also gain access to customization slots. Cool. Add 3 stun points when the weapon hits. Decrease stamina consumption. I think I like this one. So it boosts the stun. Tiny common handle part. We need one more. Can't break any of these down, can you? Like, break them apart? I guess you've got to buy the parts. Might make another one of these. That came in handy in that fight. Towards the end of it. Treatment for headache. Oh, that's what I should have done. Balls. Was it that guy we just ate? Did he have some sort of illness that we could have cured? We asked him though, didn't we? No, he didn't. He didn't. Must have been somebody else.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Well, can I water it then? Why is the game telling me that when I'm... You know... Don't tell me that unless I can water the plant, man. Oh, I could have just done that, could I? Does it just... Anyway. Maybe I'll do that next time. Is it a free refill, is it? Okay then, let's go to bed. Is our appearance changing? Can you help me out? Is our appearance changing? I don't remember my eyes being that red, but maybe I didn't know. Maybe I just didn't notice them. Okay, I think we've unlocked two more things down here. Shadow Veil. Toggle. Drain your stamina to fade into the shadows and become invisible to most enemies. Moving in this state will drain more stamina. You will exit the shadows if you attack or dodge, or when stamina is empty. Perform a supernatural move to your target. Hell yeah. Definitely. So that just increases the damage. Oh, I like the sound of that. I'm getting it. So now we can split, can we? When we're a higher level. Well, we don't have any ultimates unlocked yet. Let's boost this as well, the healing thing. Oh yeah, I can feel it. I can feel myself evolving. Wouldn't it be nice if there was a bit of character customization? I know we're waiting for that game. What is it called? I actually mentioned it in the last episode. I tried to recall it on command and I can't. I don't use this one much either, do I? The game everybody plays with vampires. The RPG story one. We're waiting for the new one of that, aren't we? Should we upgrade our health another level? Or what's the other one? Endurance. Big thirst. Increase blood absorption. Yeah, maybe I get these two. Science. Oh, I didn't really notice this one. I didn't really even see this. Cartridge bag. Increase the number of bullets. Increase the number of serums. Increase the damage inflicted. Maybe we get this one, eh? Hell yeah, we are becoming a proper vampire. Oh, I just unlocked some ultimates. Damn it. Oh well, we'll have a look at them next time round. Oh shit. Did we eat both of them? We did, didn't we? So we've eaten 3 people in this district. And we've met everyone. Oh, that's good. Oh no, we haven't. There's one more. That's the one that we didn't look at. We didn't talk to yet. So they're fine. They're fine. They're fine. So it seems to really only be affected by us. Your actions have impacted the borough's economy. Prices and stocks of the merchants in this district may have changed. So I thought there was like a bit of a background economy with regards to the virus. Like maybe there's a bit of a dynamic kind of the spread of the virus. Certain people are becoming infected, certain people are healing. But it looks like it might actually just be affected by us. You know, it's not like RNG at all. Anyway, that was fun. That was a good episode. Yeah, we had a nice taste of boss combat. I don't think we are. I don't know. Are we getting like more veins and stuff like that? I don't know. I can't tell. Yeah, we had a nice little taste of boss combat. We got a little bit more info. We picked up another couple of these too, didn't we? Can't wait to eat him. 2000 XP. Can you eat everyone? You probably can, can't you? Can you just like eat everybody in the whole game? I probably won't do that, but maybe I won't. I'll try not to. Excuse me. Whoa, look at her. She's nearly 4000 XP. Who's the highest? It's got to be her, right? He's pretty good too. He's good, and he's good, but she's just... Nurse Brannigan. See, looking at her, I would think she would be tastier, wouldn't you? I'd think she'd be more delicious. Mind you, she's a bit more... She's aged, you know, she's like maybe like a fine wine. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do for this episode of Vampire. And yeah, I'm really, really glad I finally got around to playing this game. That's one of the best things about having this channel, is I'm going to get to play like 200 games I've been waiting for years to play, because friggin' Fallout 4 has just consumed my life with regards to gameplay. I could never get away from bloody zombies, wanting to play in Zombie Apocalypse, but finally, because of you awesome people, I get to play all these really cool games on the channel. I'm hoping that we get through a good chunk of this by the end of the week. I haven't looked up how long the game is. You know how like they give you a kind of prediction, 20 hours, 30-hour sort of main quest sort of thing. I don't know how long it is. I imagine it's quite varied actually, depending on how many people you eat, and maybe our playthrough will be quite a quick one. But I don't know. Anyway, I'm just hoping that we get through a good chunk, and even if we don't complete the game or the main quest, at least it'll sit to the side, and I'll try to kind of come back to it in little bursts of top up to get through it. Especially with those games where I really get heavily invested in the story and feel like I'm missing something in my life if I don't know what happens. You know, there's a lot of those games. And all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me for this episode of Vampire. I really do appreciate you guys hanging out and checking out the videos, and I hope you're enjoying it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.